Oh yeah, the hide the pride thing. Okay, so there's basically a Catholic parents group in oh yeah, okay, it looks like it's sort of all over, but it's starting this thing out in looks like Austin, Texas. Um that is basically urging parents to check out all the LGBT books in the library and just like hide them so that
Right.
no one else can check them out, basically. Which
I
and
think
it's all
I think it's
tied
a
in.
great idea. I think it's a great idea.
I mean, it's all tied into this recent, big reactionary kick on just like we don't want our kids exposed to anything about gay people ever, no matter what, until they're the age of 25. Like,
Yeah. Well, it shows how in touch they are. This is why I think it's a great idea. I mean, let them keep thinking that all their kids are hanging out in the library.
right. So there are a couple problems with this.
Yeah.
First of all, courts have ruled that like if you purposefully like destroy or steal library books, you can be made to just buy a new copy.
That would suck.
So that's fun. Also, libraries base their decisions about how to stock their library on what gets checked out the most. Yeah. So if you just check out all the Pride books, they're going to buy a lot more of these books, which is ultimately going to be excellent for like LGBT authors. So, I mean, yes, this is the kind of thing where it's like, I'm angry and saddened that there are these people. It's like, well, I'm glad they're not competent,
Yeah.
I'm glad their ideas are like this.
I went to the Pride thing this weekend, the Pride celebration in Medford. And
yeah.
And it was packed out, and I saw tons of kids, running around with a lot of them had trans flags. I think that's the pink, light blue, and gray.
Yeah, it's like the light pink and light blue one, basically.
So a lot of kids running around with that. And I thought to myself, okay, well, of course, all of these people, all of these kids might not end up being trans. I
doubt very many of them will be at all. Yeah.
And they're learning. And I was trying to ask myself, well, where's the harm in that? And what if they did all end up being gay? Where's the harm in that? I really can't see where the harm is in any of this. And I will I don't want to seem too nice because I am kind of a snarky jerk. So I will also throw in that hide the pride sounds a little bit more like a gay drinking game than something that
right.
It sounds potentially X-rated, I gotta tell you. So this might not be the best deal for them. They might want to rebrand, workshop that title.
Yeah. No, I don't think there's any secular argument certainly not for being like anti-gay, but also for being like anti-trans. I don't think there's any argument that is like just based on science or logic or the available data. You hear some stuff like parents need a mom and a dad to like grow up psychologically healthy. And it's like, well, no, there's decades of evidence now showing that that's just not true. And, there's always been an apocalyptic, like, if we let people be gay, then society will die out. People will stop reproducing. It's like, okay, that's crazy.
Maybe for the best, but go ahead.
But I don't think any of these are the types of arguments that really get people fired up, though, because the only argument that matters to these groups, I think, is Bible says it's wrong.
Right.
I think that's purely what it is, and that's
it's
impossible.
I'm a prime example of why there's no argument here. I was raised by a single mother with a gay father who was out of the house 600 miles away. So when I did get fatherly influence, it was from a gay man.
Right.
And I know this is going to come to a shock to the audience. I'm not gay.
Chauncey, that's wild.
I know.
I didn't know that about you.
I know. I put off the vibes, but
I mean, this whole time, I didn't realize you were going to come out on this episode.
As being straight? Yeah, I wonder if there'll ever be a day where you
straight,
come out as being straight. Like, we always joked with that about my wife, because my wife always had like gay friends growing up.
Right.
And stuff like that, big part of gay circles. And so when my stepson, her son, first started dating a girl and stuff like that, we kept telling Terry, we're all, I bet you're super disappointed, Terry. And she's all, knock it off.
He's just confused. He'll date boys eventually.
He'll figure it out. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
He's just trying to taste the forbidden fruit first before he goes to his normal gay lifestyle.
Forbidden fruit. Right.
It was from a gay man. Right. And I know this is going to come to a shock to the audience. I'm not gay.
Chauncey, that's why.
I know.
You know that about you.
I know. I put off the vibes, but
I mean, this whole time, I didn't realize you were going to come out on this episode.